Welcome back to the Mango Foxy channel. How you doing? Come on in. Today we are talking about that time when Nintendo used parallel realities as an excuse to turn Link into furry bait. And no, I'm not talking about Twinkie Bunny Link. We are here talking about Hubby Wolf Link. Hell yeah! The best way to describe Twilight Princess's plot is that everyone was on drugs. Taking place over a century after the events of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, Link, the hero of furries, used to be normal, but then corrupted beings showed up and just had to ruin everything. These freaks tried to kidnap some kids, Link tried to save those kids, but then oh no, guess who made the rookie mistake of getting too close to a strange hole? As you might expect, strange limbs immediately grabbed Nintendo's most yaoi character, kind of like this.
Time to get to the Twilight Hole!
Now normally when people get dragged through twilight holes, they get sucked out of their bodies and become lost wandering spirits. But when Link got sucked through the big twilight hole, the dark suck transformed him into a wolf. And then he went to horny jail. Now some of you might say that Link is not a furry just because he became a wolf. You are wrong. The director of Twilight Princess has gone on record to say things that almost every Warrior Cats furry has experienced at some point. According to director Eiji Aonuma, the idea of Link transforming into a wolf came from a dream during a work trip.
出た時にたまたま自分が本当に狼になってどっかこう牢屋みたいなところに閉じ込められてる夢を見たんですね。なんでそんな夢見たのかって本当に分かんないですけど、リンクが狼になるっていうのはちょっと面白いかもしれないなと思ったんですね。リンクが動物になっちゃうっていうのは神々のトライフォースでもウサギになったりとかっていうのが。
And then we got Twilight Princess. Wolf Link is basically Aonoma's self-insert. Speaking of jail, our now Wolf Link wakes up chained to a wall. And then the original Imp Mommy shows up and makes everything worse. And while I'm at it, Midna is hotter than Millie. Yeah, you heard me. Why? Not only is Midna thick, her hair can become a giant tentacle hand. Midna solos Millie. Your argument is invalid. While Doggo Link is literally chained to a wall, Midna starts calling Link a doggy and immediately wants to be the dom in the relationship. Before she even considers helping our hero, she makes this demand.
Listen, I like you, so I think I'll get you out of here. But in exchange for my help, you have to do exactly as I say.
And Link obeys. Most of you would obey on sight, don't you lie. Together, Link and Midna set off to save the world. Link biting and slashing through Hyrule, while his master sits on him and whips people with her tentacles. And it only gets worse. You might be surprised that Link doesn't spend the entire game as a wolf. That's because if he did, there wouldn't be nearly enough transformation going on. As is tradition in almost every Legend of Zelda game, Link eventually finds the Master Sword, and when he does, Link just gets the ability to transform between man and dog at will. And so for the rest of the game, he just does that. Although if you were like me, you continued to play the game as Wolf Link until you absolutely had to be normal Link. Now, Twilight Princess would not be the freaky child if it did not conclude in a bizarre way. And believe me, it does. Legend of Zelda games traditionally end with Twink Link versus Buff Swine Daddy. Twilight Princess puts its own spin on the classic formula, because now you can stunlock Ganondorf by waving Link's rod in front of his face, and Midna engages in wrestling with the pigman with her tentacle hand. I believe everyone working on Twilight Princess were on heavy drugs. Now that we've covered the plot of Twilight Princess, just how successful was the game? Why don't you take a guess, considering the game features transformation, corrupting purity, holes, a persona, and a thick short stack with a tentacle hand. That's right, it was very successful. Twilight Princess went on to win many awards. Many awards. And for those of you who quantify success with numbers, I got you. Because holy shit, there are numbers. Twilight Princess launched with the Wii in November 2006, and the game sold 412,000 copies that month, which was 87% of Wii sales. So basically, for every Wii sold, there was an 87% chance that someone picked up the game. The game then went on to sell 8.5 million copies, making it the best-selling Zelda game ever made right until Breath of the Wild. Speaking of Breath of the Wild, did you know that using the Wolf Link amiibo makes Wolf Link a traveling companion in Breath of the Wild? Now, after Wolf Link basically won a bajillion awards and appeared on every Wii ever made, surely Nintendo was satisfied with what it had done with Wolf Link, right? Wrong. Even though the game originally released in 2006, in 2016, a decade later, Nintendo decided to adapt the game into a full-blown manga. And it wasn't just one little book. Oh no, because over the next 6 years, the game was turned into an 11-volume manga series. Nintendo did not have to do that, but it did it anyway. So yeah, Wolf Link was really popular. But come on, you already knew that. What you really wanted to know is whether Wolf Link is furry bait. Well, there's only one way to find out. Yep. Furry bait. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, consider dropping a like and subscribing. And if you really liked the video, consider becoming a channel member or a patron. Anyway, let me know what you thought or suggest a new furry bait to cover in the comments. And I will see you in the next one. Stay safe out there. Bye.